There are moments in this job when the pictures speak first. In the hours and days after Hurricane Helene, they said plenty. Orchards were completely flattened and trees uprooted, leaving massive holes in the ground. Worst of all, livelihoods were scattered across fields that once stood tall. For many, what was left behind was simply loss, just massive burned piles of debris. But for one artist in North Georgia, those fallen trees tell a different story. Not of what was lost, but what can still be made. From the wreckage of Helene, Tom Suddreth saw something others didn't. The chance to turn destruction into meaning and wood, once written off as trash, into works of art that are helping Georgia farmers rebuild. The sound is steady, measured, intentional. Inside a small workshop in Kennesaw, Georgia, Tom Suddreth works the same way he always has, one piece at a time, letting the wood guide the story. But this wood is different. Its scars weren't made by tools, they were carved by a hurricane.
So when you first saw here in Georgia the downed trees, the destruction over all these orchards, did you immediately think about using the wood then, or did that come later?
Not at all. Pecan wood is one of my favorite woods to turn. I like it because it has such a natural contrast between the bark and the heartwood, and I've always loved to turn it. And for me, it's always been a good project and sells well in my art shows. So what gave me the awareness of the issues with farmers and the state of Georgia was looking for pecan wood to turn bowls out of.
Helene didn't just knock down trees, it erased decades of growth. Across South Georgia, pecan orchards that once defined family farms were reduced to broken trunks and tangled roots, reminders of how quickly everything can change. For farmers, it wasn't just trees that were lost. It was time, income, and legacy.
So when was that aha moment that you saw possibility when others saw damage, destruction, total loss?
Wow, possibility? Good question. So we drove down to Dublin and got off the interstate. And that's when it started to hit me. Driving through the rural areas, we did not see a single house that didn't either have a tree down on the house, by the house, or a big giant root ball where the tree had been cut up and hauled away. Every house, every farm had damage. And the further into the rural area we went, the more damage we saw.
That's when the work began. Not to erase what happened, but to preserve it. The result became what Tom calls the Helene Series, hand-turned bowls made from storm-damaged pecan trees. Every piece signed and numbered. And every piece tied to something bigger than art.
And I'm sure, Tom, you remember turning that first bowl made from Helene wood. Take us back to that time when you were turning that bowl. What was it like? What was that feeling, turning something that you knew had so much rich family history?
It was pretty special to see the revelation of the beauty of the wood in a turned bowl. I turn all the pecan bowls with the live edge like so, just to highlight the bark and the variations in the wood. So yeah, it was pretty special.
There's no attempt here to make the wood perfect. The cracks remain, the edges stay rough, the storm still visible. Because perfection would erase the story. And this story of resilience, loss, and recovery deserves to be seen.
After turning the first bowl, my wife and I had a discussion that we wanted to honor the source of the wood by finding a nonprofit that we could donate part of the proceeds from the sale of the bowls to, and to affiliate with that nonprofit and promote anything. And we looked at United Way, the Red Cross and things like that. They're giant, and found a website called Weathered But Strong. Georgia Foundation for Agriculture had stood it up and gotten funding from a lot of different sources to assist Georgia farmers. And that kind of touched my heart. I thought local, located in Macon, Weathered But Strong really tells the story of Georgia farmers. And so it became an honor and a privilege to donate part of the proceeds from the sale of the bowls to Weathered But Strong, which we continue to do to this day.
What was once written off as rubble now carries meaning. A reminder that even after the storm has passed and the cameras have left, something lasting can still be made.
Loss of home, loss of livelihood, pretty serious stuff. And so I just hope to keep it in front of people so that they know, so that maybe they'll be moved to make a donation or thank a farmer, for putting food on their table.